I've already put myself in danger more than once for this guy. Wow, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, and I'm afraid to find out.
Yeah. Hola, my name is Dianella. I've been talking to a guy named Jose that I met while playing video games 4 years ago. But in 4 years, we have never video chatted or met up. When we started talking, we both lived in different cities in Venezuela.
What?
Crazy. Things are dangerous in Venezuela, and we both have now sought asylum in the US. This is like a wild international love story out of a movie.
Yeah.
I was excited to surprise him when I arrived in the US. But when I pushed to meet up, he told me he wanted nothing to do with me. I was devastated and heartbroken. Then, about 2 months ago, he reached back out to me to rekindle things, but I was too stressed with getting my legal status to deal with him. Now that I'm settled, I realize I still have feelings for Jose. And that's why I'm hoping you'll help me. Looking forward to hearing from you, Dianella.
Love the thought of you.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, you're so pretty.
Thank you. You're too.
So tell us about Jose and how you guys met and kind of the whole story.
Well, I met Jose in 2017 playing Black Ops 3 on the PS4. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I like video games. So we played several times and we started chatting
Like text chat, or was that like with your headset?
with my headset. Yeah,
Got it. So you heard
Yeah.
his voice.
yeah,
He was speaking Spanish?
yeah, Spanish. And we became friends really quick. We're both from the same country, but he's from Mérida and I'm from Maracaibo, which is like 10 hours apart by car.
Whoa.
And he asked for my number and we started talking every day. At that time, it was my mom's passing. I just shut down myself and I didn't want to, to talk to anybody. And he was the only person I talked to. He was kind of like a rock to me. He just had the right words to make me feel better. So he became like really special to me, and I felt a really strong connection with him that I didn't feel with anybody else. So I started catching feelings for him, and Jose told me there was a chance of us meeting up at the beginning of 2018. And when Jose told me that, like my heart, it started jumping.
But why didn't you guys end up meeting up?
Well, when the time was getting closer, he started acting a little bit weird. I asked what was wrong, and he told me that all this time we've been talking, he had a girlfriend.
Oh.
So I got really upset, and I was like, you're not gonna break my heart and get away with it. We're gonna meet up and we're gonna clear things up face to face. Right now is the moment I'm going, so please be there to pick me up.
You were gonna fly to where he lives?
No, I took a bus
Wow.
to there.
10 hours?
And it is very dangerous to a 19-year-old to travel alone in a bus. I love my country, but it's dangerous.
A 10-hour bus ride?
Yeah, I did that. And when I got there, it was getting dark and he was not there. I called him, he didn't reply. I texted him and he didn't show up. He totally ghosted me. And
That's insane.
yeah, it's,
I'm really trying to wrap my brain around why we're even still talking about this guy, because if he could leave you in the middle of the night.
I put myself in danger.
Right.
Well, after he didn't show up, I was so scared. I bought a ticket again to Maracaibo very late at night.
You took this bus for 20 hours, over 20 hours.
Yeah, when I was getting closer to Maracaibo, I received a text and it was him. He told me he got robbed.
Oh, God.
I didn't believe him. I was totally heartbroken. It shattered me and I didn't want to talk to him or see him anymore.
Understandably so.
So that's awful.
Yeah.
When was that?
That was on the beginning of 2018.
So how did you get from that to then talking to him again?
At my birthday, he sent me a gift. It had like a lot of balloons and flowers and some empanadas and tequeños.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's cute. Oh, so this guy, I mean, look, I, as much as I want to hate this guy, I have to admit, that is very nice.
It is the most precious gift I have ever received. And so I text him, say thank you. It was so sweet of you. And after that, we started talking again.
So did the gift have like a card on it with his name and address?
Yeah, with his name.
No address.
No address.
How did he know your address?
Because I told him.
Okay, so you texted him and you said thank you.
Yeah, and so we started talking again. And about the possibility of us meeting up by the end of the year.
That never happened.
No, that never happened because by the end of 2018, when the time was getting closer to meeting up, he told me that his new job needed him to come to the States.
What was his new job?
Computer engineering. So I was kind of sad, but I told him, well, I have a visa, so we can just meet there. And he was like, that's a great idea. And the next year, the following year, my dad came here to Memphis, Tennessee. So I decided that it was the moment. Obviously, the main reason was the situation in Venezuela, but I was also following my heart to go meet the guy that I've been caring of.
Wow.
And when I got to Miami's airport,
Was he in Miami?
yeah, he was in Miami. I told him maybe our time was not in Venezuela. Maybe right now is the moment. Let's just meet up. And he told me he didn't want anything to do with me and that he didn't want to see me.
Why? What was his explanation?
He just said he didn't feel interested anymore. He just didn't care. And at that moment, I felt so heartbroken. I put myself out there for you. Like, this is the second time.
You risk it all to meet him, but it doesn't feel like he's doing the same thing for you.
Yeah.
So why him?
I honestly haven't felt the connection I felt with him with anybody. I can talk to him like I used to talk with my mom, you know? And I haven't felt that again.
Wow.
He reached out to me 2 months ago. Now it was him who wanted to meet me, but I was honestly too heartbroken. I just couldn't forget everything I went through.
Yeah.
But now is the moment that I feel like this is the last shot.
This is his last chance. This is it.
I'm just sending the Zoom.
The choice is yours.
He said, okay.
Lord.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi. Ray.
Hello.
So I'm Neve. This is Cami. And obviously, you know Dianella.
I'm sorry. That's the first thing that I have to say. I'm really sorry.
You're sorry for what? Being a dick? Right now, or lying to me for 4 years?
It was not my real intention. But it happened.
I can't believe him.
I just want to make sure we're all exactly on the same page. So it has been you talking to Dianella. You met her in the PlayStation game, and it's been you the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you live in Florida now, or do you live in Venezuela?
I went to Florida, then I moved to Texas this year. I was from Venezuela.
Are you from the town that you told Dianella that you were from, or are you from somewhere else? So,
I guess that's not where you're from.
No.
Okay.
are you from Maracaibo?
Yeah.
So you're from the same city as Dianella?
And did you ever know Dianella? Because you guys are similar in age. But had you seen her before or no?
Never.
So why did you send her pictures of someone else instead of yourself?
When you live in Venezuela and you're meeting somebody from the internet, you don't go straight away telling, hey, this is my name, this is me, this is my picture, this is my mom, this is my dad. Because you know you can get kidnapped, you can get killed, you can get whatever. You don't know who is safe or who's not safe.
Okay, right, well, I understand. I think she would have probably understood that after a few months, maybe, of talking.
You have 4 years.
Yeah. Well, then I started liking her. And I didn't want it to end up being a liar. The times passed, the months passed, the years passed, and I didn't saw the need of telling her who I really was because I felt it was too late and I didn't know how to handle this. Honestly, I'm always being afraid about how you will react.
Oh my God.
She is very explosive sometimes.
Bull. That's not true.
I just want to go back to when you knew that Dianella was getting on a bus 10 hours to come and see you in a city that you did not live in, and you knew you didn't live there.
Because she wanted to.
But knowing that you live in a country that you came out and said it right away, it's dangerous. There are dangerous aspects to it. People get kidnapped, people get hurt. This is a beautiful young lady getting on a 10-hour bus ride to a town where no one's going to be meeting her.
I never told her to go to Merida. I never told her to do that.
He said it was not a good idea, but I told him I was doing it anyways. And he was like, do whatever you want.
I never thought she was gonna do it. I was telling you not to, because it was gonna be impossible for me to see you that day. And the reason why is that the next day I was gonna travel to the United States.
What the f? You told me you got robbed. You didn't tell me you were traveling to the US. You even told me we were gonna have a chance to meet each other by the end of the year. So you lied about that too?
I needed to make more time because I first needed you to know who I was, and that was not happening yet.
So what about when Dianella came to Florida and she was like, I'm here, I'm in Miami, like I want to see you.
I got excited, but I was in the same situation again.
So why not say, hey, I want to see you, but I have to tell you something. Like you were just mean to her the same way you were just mean to her on the phone just now.
I didn't mean to, maybe. I got a call suddenly, hey, now she knows who I am. How do you think I'm gonna react?
I can't believe it.
Ray, I'm sure you knew Dianella was fleeing Venezuela for a better life, but did you know she really wanted that new life in the United States to be with you?
You did?
For Jose, not for you. For the person who I thought you were.
Dear Catfish, my name is Spencer, and I am a typical guy living in Knoxville, Tennessee. I met Katie on a texting app. We chatted as much as humanly possible for the last 6 years.
Remember when you threw me the hard stuff high inside?
Katie lives all the way out in California.
Yes! We could be going to Cali.
Not that long ago, Katie finally got to the point to go fully all in with me. I was really excited that our love was finally going to cross over into a real relationship. But she killed that idea completely only a few weeks afterwards without explaining why. Katie claims she sent an email explaining what was going on with her. Problem is that I never received that message. It's been lost in the cyberspace black hole, but she never resent it so I could read it. I'm not sure what she wanted to say to me. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Spencer. I mean, it's a little unclear what's going on here.
There are a lot of gaps in the
Let's
story.
just call this guy.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, so what's up, guys? How
Hey,
we doing?
Spencer, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm excited to see you guys. Thank you for talking to me.
You obviously have high hopes for this episode.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be your best episode ever.
Whoa. Why is that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Katie is Katy Perry, so there you go.
What?
Yeah, go ahead and laugh about it. You'll meet her.
That's the Katie that you
Come
were
on.
talking about in your email?
That's right.
That's a wild claim to be making.
Wait, time out. Is she not, like, with someone else now?
I think she is dating somebody. Yes.
Who?
I think it's the elf from The Lord of the Rings.
Orlando Bloom?
That's right.
And what, if anything, gives you the impression that you are actually talking to Katy Perry?
Because I've been talking to her for 6 years, just millions and millions of details, little stories like when she's growing up that only Katie would know.
Okay.
But you understand how, like, it's one of the most ridiculous things we've probably ever heard.
Yeah, I haven't told anybody, obviously.
Okay.
But we met on this goofy little app, and you could interact with other people on it. She was on there, I was on there at the same time. Her name on there was Katy Perry. I messaged her, hi, are you the singer?
Must be her.
It was immediate connection, a million I love yous back and forth. It was pretty cool. Katie got to the point of really wanting to go all in with me and have me completely attached to her, I guess. But then she quickly killed that idea. Probably about 2 weeks after that, she deleted the Yahoo Messenger. She didn't tell me why. Later in an email, she said that she had sent a message explaining everything, but I never got the message, and she never resent it. So I would like to, be face to face and see if there's a future here.
So we did some research.
We took the email that you sent, we ran the phone number, and all that it came back with is that it's registered to Calgary, Alberta.
Yep, I did that.
Right. You had done that.
I
Okay.
looked.
Right.
So the next thing we did was we searched her email.
Hurry
Kitty. And this was our first big hit.
Harriet?
Ring any bells?
No,
You never heard that name before?
not once.
It says one profile match on Ask FM.
Okay.
It doesn't have any information except a little tiny about.
I sold my soul to Lady Gaga, and now my feels are all over the place. If you don't like Lady Gaga, I probably hate you. Meow meow bitch, England. Doesn't sound like her.
No. She doesn't say meow meow bitch.
No, and is not the biggest Lady Gaga fan.
Really? Like actively disliked Lady Gaga.
You want me to announce that? Is that okay to say? Yeah. Yeah. Like the night that I fell in love with Katie, a lot of the conversation was dissing on Lady Gaga. So yeah, I'm feeling like this is not the person that I've been talking to.
Okay. But there's a weird connection. The email that you've been using to correspond with
Is
Katie.
connected to this person.
Right. So then we searched Facebook, and one thing came back.
There's that name again, right?
There's that name again.
All right.
Well, so we went to her profile. Lives in England, Gloucester, but she did live in Calgary, which is the first connection to a real beat from your experience with Katie.
Okay, that's weird.
Well, as we scroll down her page, we saw that she had made some art. Katy Perry had favored it, so we know she likes Katy Perry.
I see something over
I do
there.
see some. Hello? Harriet, I presume.
Yeah.
Neve, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Max.
I'm Harriet.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Harriet.
Spencer.
Spencer?
Hi. Right, yeah, Amy told me you guys were here. So,
So you've been talking to Spencer for the last 6 years.
I have.
You don't know Katy Perry.
No. That is
Anything
a
to
lot.
say to me?
No. I'm sorry, I guess.
It's not the kind of thing you guess you're sorry about.
No, yeah.
It seems like
No.
an understatement.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but is there anything about this situation that you find humorous?
No. I don't think it's funny.
He said that you had to be Katie because you knew so much about her life and all these details.
I was a really big fan of her, so it was kind of stuff I knew from being a fan.
I was checking everything.
Well, yeah, I kind of just was kind of really obsessed
6 years
with
of
her. Yeah.
Googling Katie, where she's at, what she's doing, what she likes.
Well, it was kind of me, though.
6 years, this is the first time us meeting, I'd feel more excitement, maybe, more
You would feel it.
from her
Right.
towards me. Where did we meet again?
On the app.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who else could it be?
really, Katie.
You can't possibly think it's still Katy Perry.
I do.
Okay, so
Whoa.
do you want to... Can you just pop his bubble for a second and tell him that he has not been talking to Katy Perry?
Is there something you can tell him that might ring true?
Your middle name's Ray. You dressed up as that hot sauce for Halloween.
What's the name of our kids that we talked about?
It was Laika, Luca, something else. Start with L, probably.
It's not her.
What do you mean?
It's not her.
Why did she get the
That's
names
not
wrong?
No, she got the first two names right.
Dude.
She doesn't remember
Oh, it was
things as much as you do.
Dude,
because
I'm
there's-
sorry,
Dude, this
man.
is not.
If you remember
You're not
every-
getting punked
It
right
was
now.
boss.
There's
It
no.
was
This is
boss.
it.
I think that Katie would get a kick out of me getting punked a little bit. This might be a little bit part
So
of that.
Katy Perry and Harriet conspired to bring you here.
I got some details that were pretty important wrong, so.
They
she doesn't
weren't
care.
important details to her.
Right, because she didn't care that much, which is maybe harder to accept.
All right, you guys ready?
Ready.
Yo! Well! What's up, man?
Hello, Will.
What's up?
Oh my God, he set me up.
Set you up.
Come on in.
Yeah, man.
Surprise!
What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
You know who we are, right?
Yeah, I've seen the show before.
Terry told us you guys like to go to comic conventions. When did you guys get into cosplay?
I host a podcast, and in order to get exclusive interviews, I had to start going to conventions. But you know, at those cons, there's cosplayers everywhere. And I also do videography, and I network with one of the videographers. But when I friended her, my friend recommendation completely changed. Like, no longer local people. And I see Cherry in there one day, and like, whoa, who's that? She's cute, she's pretty. My friend requested her, she added me, and this is where we started kind of communicating. She posted she was selling like these Polaroids. So I bought like 2 or 3 photos from her.
And did you get them?
I got them.
And they came from Thailand.
It came from Thailand, but I can't read the address.
You chose the photos you wanted, or were you just like
I got
sending?
to choose the photo. There was like 9 photos up, and I chose 3.
So the photos had already been taken. Interesting.
Flag. Come on, Cammy, have my back. Come
Red
on,
flag.
man.
I didn't even say anything. It's Terry speaking for me. Did you have to use her full name in order to send the money?
MoneyGram says it has to be the name on the ID, and it was a different name that's on the Facebook.
Okay, well, so what's her name on Facebook?
On Facebook is Zoma Reed.
But she did give you her like ID name.
ID name, yes. She said it's pronounced Rujapa.
So wait, so what's Cherry? Where'd you get Cherry from?
Cherry, I'm assuming it's her English generic name.
Interesting.
She even got this other chick named Beam, like Laser Beam. Ain't nobody gonna name themselves Beam.
Wait, so who's Beam?
Beam is, I'm assuming her friend. She like tags her on everything, comments on her page all the time. Well, I don't know Beam.
Where in Thailand does she say that she lives?
Udon Thani.
Okay. So you're pretty excited about this girl, this relationship.
Definitely.
But you still ain't seen the chick or video chat.
I mean, it's a big time difference, man.
So?
Right. That's a big time difference, but at 8 or 9 p.m. your time, that's 8 or 9 a.m. her time. So surely there are ways to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, we talked on the phone before, you know, around that time, but...
Okay, so you have talked on the phone.
On Facebook Messenger, yes.
Do you guys talk often, or?
We do it a lot.
And does she have an accent at all?
When she speaks English, yes.
And what are your conversations like?
I like you, I want to see you, you're beautiful. We talk about cosplay, we talk about movies. She compliments me and stuff, I compliment her.
Do you guys say I love you?
I said it twice, she said it once.
Wow. How long have you guys been talking?
I would say about 2 months, maybe 2.5 months.
Like every day though, pretty much.
Every day except for when she vanishes.
Vanishes.
After I sent her the MoneyGram and she sent me the stuff, the next day she told me she had to go to the hospital. And I didn't hear from her for a couple of days.
Why did she go to the hospital?
She said she had like flu-like symptoms.
Flu-like symptoms.
And then the second time, when I sent her some more money, I bought a costume that I wanted her to cosplay in. So I told her that, she went to the hospital again. Come on, Cammy, stop.
I didn't even say it. I didn't even say anything.
Okay. Did she ever send you pictures of her in the costume?
No, she hasn't.
But is that it, or was there more things that have gone down?
I did send her money for another costume of her choice, and I did send her money, you know, like get something to eat one day. Since I felt like I can't romantically take her out on a date, here's money to get you something to eat for lunch.
Now you're thinking about moving to Thailand?
Well, I've already applied for my passport, got the international driver's license. I'm ready to roll, man. Cammy.
I ain't feeling it either, bro. What if she ain't who she say she is?
But see, I need Cammy to have my back though, because if it is her, when women need help or they need advice, who they go to? The other women. They become the board of directors. So I need Cammy to be on my side.
The board of directors. Oh, you already have it set up. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Can you show us a picture of her?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see.
Cherry.
Oh, hello.
Cherry.
Wow, cute.
Wow.
She's
These
beautiful.
are like, these are consistent. They all look the same. You guys send a lot of pictures.
This is the Polaroids I've received.
Oh, cute. Yeah, from Thailand.
I don't know what to expect. I'm nervous. Don't know what's about to pop up. I'm like so clueless right now.
Oh. Hello? Cherry?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I saw her face too. I can't tell. Is that Beam?
Take your time.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Cherry, is that you under there?
Why are you so shy?
Should we all do that?
All right, everyone do it.
And then when you're ready, we'll take them down.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. It's really you.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
It's her, man. Hey, Cherry.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I mean, I didn't know if you were going to be you.
I'm just so happy. This is so nice.
I'm so happy.
I'm very excited because
Please.
I'm just very excited because this first time.
Why are you so nervous to see Will?
Because I don't want he to see my real face.
Why?
Yeah, why?
You're so pretty.
It doesn't see my cosplay face because I can't Photoshop. I can't do anything with my picture.
In your photographs, you have your makeup and you have your Photoshop, but on video, you look different. But you're still very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But I think, oh my God, he will not like me like this.
I like what I see. Still look good. Very beautiful.
I'm very excited now. My hand's shaky.
Oh my God. You had nothing to be worried about, Cherry, because he thinks that you're amazing. But can you tell us more about you? Do you live alone?
With my parents, with my father and mother.
Are you dating anyone in Thailand? Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't have any boyfriends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do people call you Cherry or do they call you Zoe?
Everybody call me Shuri, but some fans call me Somari.
Rujapa.
Rujapa is my real name.
Yeah, but you taught me how to say it.
Yes.
Gotta teach me how to speak Thai.
So you want to speak Thai?
I'm willing to learn.
I want to ask you though, Cherry, you know, Will has been very generous sending money for costumes and things like that.
I already tell him stop sending money for me. But he still asked me like, Cherry, did you want something? And I say, don't send that money. I have. Yes, like that.
See, Will, Cherry is a strong, independent woman.
So this is nice though, that finally you can look at Will and you guys can talk and see each other.
I have just a little uncomfortable because I think he stared.
Oh,
like
he's definitely staring
talking.
at you. He is definitely staring at you.
He likes to look at you.
She looks good, man.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I'm trying.
I don't even know what to say.
Will, go ahead. I mean,
shower it on.
I'm excited to see you. I'm coming to Thailand. Once this whole Corona stop, the quarantine, I'm gonna come see you now.
Oh,
hey!
Hi guys.
Are you freaked out? Is it Neve? Be honest.
I mean, I've always wanted to meet him. Just kind of, I didn't, not like this.
Anyway, tell us about Chris. How did you guys meet? What is going on?
Okay, well, I love telling this story because it's very strange. We met on Facebook, but through roleplay.
Ooh, fun. Okay.
I was on my roleplay account, and the person that my character was with sent Chris's character to try and kill my character. And it didn't happen. I ended up telling him that I had feelings for him. And we ended up in a relationship.
Wow. All right, so when you met Chris, it was as his character.
Yes. Eventually, he sent me a cosplay picture of himself. That was the only actual picture I've seen with his face in it. And the other picture I have, he's wearing a mask.
Do you really think Chris is the guy in that one picture?
I don't know. I would like it to be him because it is a very attractive person that he showed me.
Sure.
What do you know about him personally?
He lives in Izmit, Turkey with his mom. He, to my knowledge, is jobless. He's an artist. He does portraits, anime characters, stuff like that.
How old is Chris?
22.
Oh, so he's the same age. What do you like about him?
He's got amazing music taste. 90% of the bands I listen to now is because of him. Same with animes that we watch. I didn't get into anime until he introduced me. Anything that I'm interested in now is because of him. 90% of my personality, basically.
What?
Wow.
He's in a completely different country, has a whole different set of interests, and like that's really cool. But what is it about him that attracts you?
It's really hard to explain that. I'd say it's just how he makes me feel.
I get it. The connection that you have is very meaningful.
Yeah.
Do you guys only talk via Facebook?
We eventually went to WhatsApp.
You talk on the phone?
I've only spoken to him on the phone once.
What was the vibe?
It felt like he didn't want to be on the phone. It sounded like he would rather be doing something else. It just didn't last long.
It was like a distinct male voice.
To me, it sounded male.
And did he have an accent?
Yes. I've tried asking for more calls and he said no. It's really disappointing.
How can Chris justify not video chatting you over the last 3 years?
He's just always busy and he's given me excuses like his laptop's too old and the time difference.
How do you know he's even in Turkey?
I believe he is. He's shown me Turkish movies, shows, music. Did you know the black roses naturally grow there?
Oh, I didn't know that. You've really dove headfirst into the culture.
The horticulture.
Yeah, ever since I found out that he's from Turkey, I love Turkey. A lot of times I would talk about wanting to go to Turkey to see him. So just the idea of like planning that is something that makes me happy, but I don't want to go if he's not real.
Okay, send me the link. Send me the link, Neve. We're in a sweet spot.
All right, sent.
Copy, paste, send to Chris. Ha!
Oh, they said okay.
They said okay.
Let's see if they follow through.
Are you okay?
My anxiety's kind of up.
Hi.
Hello? Can you hear us? If you can hear us, maybe you could...
There he is.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear everything.
What is happening?
Sorry for being off camera and not talking. I am not comfortable.
Okay, well, hello. I'm Cammy, Neve, and Courtney.
Hi.
Hi, Courtney.
Please just talk without like robot sound.
I don't like my voice.
You have to say something eventually.
This is the voice I'm comfortable with.
Eche, if that's you, it's okay. We're all open-minded here, and Courtney is okay with that.
I am not an imposter. I am not Eche. I am Chris.
I guess. This is awkward.
Now that you're talking, your voice is great.
Thanks, I guess.
So, Chris, you are in Turkey right now, right?
Yeah,
And are you also 22, right? That's how old I think you said you were?
yeah.
Courtney, why don't you explain to Chris why this is even happening?
Long story short, this is what Cammy and me do. They help people meet each other. They make it easier.
To you, maybe it's not really easier for an introverted like me.
You've been asked for a call for 3 years, though.
Yeah, but I guess it's kind of a limit when you bring in two strangers into this.
Well, listen, even talking to us is a big step for you. It was just as much of a big step for Courtney after, 3 years of you guys talking. It's been a long time. And all she's wanted is like literally this moment right now.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't like my voice and the way I look. Because even though I'm a guy, I have a condition, basically a hormonal imbalance, which is why I sound like softer than a normal guy would. And I have more like softer features. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't even want to call, because even my friends sometimes like pick on me for this thing.
Yeah, but you know that Courtney's not one of those people.
Courtney is understanding and loving.
It's been like so long that even if I were comfortable enough to share myself with her, it would be just kind of awkward for me.
Well, so what do you think? Do you just see her as like a cool friend that you talk about stuff that you guys both like together with?
Obviously, she's more than a friend.
Chris, I think despite your insecurities, you already know that you're a likable person, even if you may not like yourself. But you and I both know what you have to do right now. It's time to come on screen to let Courtney see you.
I know this was gonna come. Please. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, that looks good.
Yay!
There you are. So the picture you sent her, that was you?
Yeah, that was me.
Well, Courtney, looking at Chris, I'm going to bet that you like what you see.
Yeah. I'm so happy. I see nothing but perfection right here, so. It's so perfect.
I mean, how does that feel, Chris? Like, this is the girl who you've been talking to for a long ass time, and you guys are really cool, and she doesn't care about any of the things that you're the most insecure about. Like, she doesn't give a about hormones.
It's nice. I'm just nervous. You know.
It's okay to be nervous.
Chris, the question that I have now is, normally someone in your situation who is very private with their identity, we would assume that you weren't the person in that picture. Since that was a picture of you, why then didn't you at least feel comfortable sending other photos? That way, at least you could control the pictures that she sees of you, that you like, that you feel good about.
I don't feel good about any picture. I don't like myself. I don't like showing myself.
Have you always felt like that?
Mostly, yeah.
Have you had a relationship, a girlfriend in person in Turkey? So would it be fair to say that physical intimacy is not something you're super experienced with?
Yeah.
I ask because I know Courtney's probably ready to get on a plane tomorrow. Are you nervous about that?
Kinda. I mean, like, I would like it, but I'm like really scared and awkward about it. People don't like me.
You know, you say that, but I'm looking at Courtney and it's not adding up.
I only have 2 hands. I'm pointing at myself with all 10 fingers.
I'm just saying, I think that for once you could maybe give yourself permission to not think that someone doesn't like you, because she does, and you're trying to tell her she doesn't, and she keeps trying to tell you that she does, so.
It's a habit.
Hello!
Hey! What's up?
Look how beautiful! I love the tattoos.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you in school, work?
Work almost every day.
What do you do?
I manage a dépanneur, so convenience store for any non-French speakers.
Dépanneur. Oh, my French is trash.
So that's cool. And so we read your email, but there's not a lot of information in there. We want to know the whole story and kind of give us the details.
So the first time Daryl ever made contact with me, it was through Instagram. The way he approached me is not how any guy usually approaches me, like really sweet and not so direct. And he had taken it upon himself to draw a selfie that I had posted. So kind of nice, kind of creepy a little bit, because I had no idea who he was.
Did he ever explain how and why he found you?
No, in the first few years, honestly, it was just kind of like a little back and forth. Like anytime that I would post a picture that he liked, he would draw it and send it to me when it was done. And I was obviously really appreciative, but I would say it was more in the past year that we kind of got a bit closer and started talking more on a daily basis.
Well, why haven't you guys FaceTimed or something?
I mean, I've asked. It's kind of just been brushed off. And I feel like if I push too hard, he can just disappear. Like, he has deleted parts of his social media in the past, so it's really kind of a touchy thing.
He deactivated his social media a bunch of times. What happened with that?
A couple weeks ago, actually, I went to go search up the page. The page is just gone.
Is that profile still down?
No. In fact, he usually just tells me he needed a break from social media.
Okay, that could be true, but have you guys been texting?
I mean, we text on Instagram.
But do you have his phone number?
I don't.
Wait, so for 4 years I've been talking just through Instagram and OnlyFans?
Yeah.
So you've never heard his voice or seen him in a video?
No.
Interesting.
I am sweating.
Yeah.
I'm really freaking out over here.
Oh. Daryl!
What up?
What's up, man?
Wow.
That's
Hi.
real. What's up, bro? What's up,
I don't
bro?
believe it.
What's
Oh
up,
my
April?
gosh.
Honestly.
Wait, so hold on a second. We're all very confused. Because you're obviously you.
For sure, for sure.
But when I DM'd you, Candace wrote back.
Ooh, yeah.
So what's up with that? Why is Candace in your DMs?
All right, she handles certain drawings like these.
Handled? What do you mean handled?
Like the prices, like she gives them out the prices for the art. So that's all she be doing in there.
But she's still in there.
Oh. Only for the holidays. I was super busy, so I had her in there for November, December, just to handle, just do commissions, business, art, and stuff. That's it. She don't read no messages from me and April or nothing. That's just me, I swear to God. She see me drawing you all the time. She already know, don't go in the messages, don't talk to her, stay out of that. It's just between me and her.
So you told Candace specifically, if it's this girl, April, do not respond.
Oh yeah, for sure.
obviously, you can understand, right? Like, I messaged you and she wrote back and said, oh, this is Candace, I'm on his page. We thought April had been talking to your sister the whole time.
Oh, no. Hell no.
Well, okay. What's up with Candace messaging April on Instagram? And you told April to ignore it.
Oh, yeah, because her page is hacked. She told me that because that page is sending random messages to people. I don't know why.
It sent a link to a Facebook group that Candace started.
That page got hacked or something. He told me it was hacked. She can't no access to it or something. So she made a new Facebook.
Huh. So you're telling me that the only person who April has ever communicated with is you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's that.
100%.
How do you know that Candace never responded to April's messages since she responded to my message?
I trust her. She's not going in there. I would have shut all that down if she even sent one message. I would have shut all that down.
All right.
Because I'm the first one to see her messages. I make sure I'm like, oh, she's messaging me. All right, quick, every time. It's me.
Okay. I'm happy to hear that. What's then confusing to me is since it is you, and it has been you talking to April this whole time, why so shady? Why don't you give her your phone number or video chat or what's up with that?
I didn't think she really wanted to talk to me like that. I didn't really know that she was like feeling me at all, to be honest. Even if I was drawing you or whatever, I could just be another creepy ass dude. I know you got a lot of attention, you bad, so like I'm gonna come different a little bit with the art, see if she like it or whatever.
Right, but she did. She liked it. You guys have been friends now for years, and I think at least she feels that it's been made pretty clear that you're more than friends, or could be more than friends.
I want to. That's why I'm here.
So we found that you do have a Facebook page, but you're not friends with her on that Facebook page.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Any reason?
I ain't want to be a creepy. I ain't want to be a stalker. I don't know. I don't want to be weird.
I want to know, you draw a lot of girls on your page. Like, there's a lot of different people that you...
I had to stop.
Why is that?
Because I'm focused on her right now.
I mean, April is like bursting at the seams. She's so happy. And you look like you are too. You're both nervous, by the way. So just putting it out there.
I'm just in shock right now. I haven't said a word in the past 5 minutes because I'm just in shock.
I don't even want her for real, no cap.
What do you like about April so much?
Like, she motivated the out of me. Beautiful. I'm like just like a dream right now.
But what has been keeping you from seeing her this entire time?
A lot. I was going through it for a little bit. Money problems, work was kind of slow because like Corona just couldn't stack up quick enough. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I was getting depressed.
I think it's fair. The last year hasn't exactly been the most ideal period of time to, meet up with someone who lives far away and in another country, and I get that. But crazy to me that you wouldn't have said like, yo, we should talk on the phone.
Or just text from your actual phone number. Why can't she have your phone number?
I always think about it. Like I said, I didn't think she was gonna want it. So I'm like, I didn't ask. I just didn't.
All right, so wait a second. So just tell us about yourself first a little bit so we kind of know who you are.
I just graduated with my bachelor's in psychology, like last Saturday.
Whoa!
Congratulations!
Thank you.
What's your ambition with your psychology degree?
I want to be a forensic psychologist.
So you intend to have a career identifying people who are likely to do things that are bad or questionable.
Yeah.
Would you say you've applied that knowledge to your boyfriend?
There's some things that it's weird, but maybe I'm just like so in love with him that I just don't see it.
Okay, so wait a second. Tell us a little bit about James.
He works in a bookstore.
Okay,
I love that.
He's your age?
Yeah, he's a year older than me.
Where does he say he lives?
Edmonton.
Tell us how you guys met all the way back. Give us the whole story and how we got to today.
Right. So I moved when I was in 6th grade, like halfway through the year, and people just didn't seem to like me, and there was always little things that they would find to like pick on me for. I eventually got to the point where I just couldn't go to school anymore. So we decided to homeschool, and when I did that, I was like, well, now I don't have any friends. The only person I would talk to for a really long time was Emily. Eventually, I got on Tumblr, and that's how I ended up meeting Jay. We had blogs where we would write stories. So I would see some of his stuff and he was seeing some of my stuff and we would like it. And he introduced himself. And then from there, we clicked instantly and just started talking.
So how quickly did things kind of go from friend to more than that?
For a while, we were only like friends on Tumblr, and then we gave each other our Facebooks. At that point, we just didn't stop. It was every day nonstop.
And is it always just via text?
Yeah.
On your phones or through an app or something?
Just through Discord now. I mean, I have his phone number, but I don't want to ask or anything, so.
So you've never had a personal voice call with him?
No.
What? Alexis.
I'm smart, I promise.
Listen.
Has he specifically said he doesn't want to talk on the phone?
He hasn't like explicitly said it, but I know he doesn't like the sound of his own voice.
But even if you don't like your own voice, it doesn't mean that you can't just get on the phone once or twice, even just to check in.
Well, it's a little weird, but it doesn't outweigh the rest of it.
Well, do you feel like you guys are on the same page about your relationship and where it's going?
I think so, but on New Year's, I was with Emily and I was telling her about how I loved him. I really wanted him to know that. And she's like, well, just tell him. So I just start messaging him and then he messaged me back a couple days later. I do love you too. But like when he said it, I couldn't tell if it was like he was returning the feelings or if it was like just, you know, like when we say I love you all the time.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
But I also, like, New Year's isn't necessarily, like, a great time for him anyways because of some, you know, problems.
And Emily mentioned that you guys had planned on meeting up, but he just ghosted you, and you didn't talk for 6 months.
Yeah. In 2018, we were talking about going to a gaming convention in Texas. I was saving up money to get my plane ticket to go down, and then Jay just stopped talking to me. We didn't talk for, like, 6 months. At that point, it hurt, but it wasn't like, if that were to happen now, I'd be devastated.
And then how did you guys start talking again?
He just came back online one day and sent me some stupid meme that he said reminded him of me. So we built up to talking every day again.
What's he like? What's his personality like?
So he's really funny. He's sweet. He's really protective. Every time I say something that's like even just a slightly bit negative about myself, he's like, no, you need to cut that out.
Are you in love with him?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, I want to spend the rest of my life with him.
Have you guys talked about a future, like living together?
We have talked a little bit about moving in together. A couple weeks ago, he was like, you know, things are bad at home. You just wait until I get all my health issues sorted out and then I want to move in with you and it's going to be great.
What are his health issues?
He's trans.
Oh, okay.
So there's some stuff going on with that he wants to get done before he's gonna move.
Got it.
Makes sense. But when you started talking, James identified as a man.
No. At that point, I think he was going by she, but like online with like me and a couple other friends, he would go by they. And now more recently, it's been like he.
Okay, so you've been present for that transition.
Yeah.
But I can understand why getting to a certain point in his transition is important for him
right.
to feel kind of confident in his body.
But you also already know, so more reason I would think for him to be like, okay, I can trust her with being a part of this journey with me.
Right. I mean, I would hope.
And he goes by Jay or James?
I've been calling him Jay since I met him. But more recently, when he started like getting like legal name changes, he would put James as a full name.
Well, so can we see some pictures of James?
Okay. This is him.
Oh, he's cute.
Wow, yeah, handsome. We're just standing by. He sent him the link. I told him I was waiting. Ooh, oh. Hey.
Hi. Hi.
What's up, Jay or James? What do you prefer?
Jay.
Jay, okay. What's up?
My heart is racing. I can see Alexis's heart racing.
I don't even know what to say.
I mean, I have questions, Cami has questions, but like, it's you. You look like you. Why do you think this is something you guys hadn't done up until right now?
Honestly, a lot of it's just like body image issues with dysphoria and just everything that comes with like being a transgender man. And I only came out like a year and a half ago to 2 years. So it was just very scary. Alexis was the first person like I came out to. It's just very accepting right away. But my family was not as supportive. So I guess I was just scared that like Alexis just wouldn't like me anymore, I guess.
Right, but you post pictures of yourself, and Alexis sees those, and you send her photos, and knowing already that she fully supports you as a trans man.
Yeah.
It was confusing to us.
It was just all very daunting to me, you know, because like when I first came out, like I barely accepted myself. What was I gonna do if Alexis didn't accept me? So it was just hard.
Are you comfortable with sharing where you are right now in your transition?
Yeah, so I'm pre-transition. I have all of my consultations booked. The next few months is when things really start to pick up.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so hold on a second. I just want to kind of go over the basics. So you're 25.
Yeah.
And you live in Canada.
Yes, I do.
Is there anything about you or your background that we either don't know or that was wrong or?
I guess there's just like one thing that Alexis doesn't know. And it's not something that I'm like proud of. So November of like 2020, I had a relationship with a guy. His name was Nate. It lasted for like 3-4 months.
So not that long ago.
Yeah.
But it's over now.
Yeah.
Were you guys just talking online or were you dating in person?
We were dating in person.
Here's my question. Alexis felt like you guys were more than friends.
Yeah.
And I think she made that clear to you. Why were you dating other people unless you were not interested in anything more than a friendship?
It's just that like, I'm really scared to lose Alexis. Lexi's always been my best friend.
You call her your best friend, and that's great, and I'm happy that you feel that close to her, but if I were Alexis and I heard you calling me your best friend, despite the fact that you definitely know I'm in love with you, you guys talked about living together, and you're single, and it's not like you're not dating anyone, you just were dating someone, I would be frustrated and confused and hurt that you don't seem to want to change the sort of friend zone status.
It's just like, it's a big deal. It's a big change. But if Alexis wants to like have like an exclusive relationship, like I'd 100% jump into that.
But you don't want to be the one to initiate that? I get this weird sort of like, yeah, I'm open to it, but it's not like, I'm in love with you, Alexis. I want to be with you. I'll do whatever I can.
It's not like I have any hesitance towards it. The word best friend encapsulates everything.
I don't like it. Why? He's just selfish. I don't want to lose you, so I'll just put you on hold and date other people. But I'll totally flirt with you, and it'll be really fun and great for me when it's great for me. I don't know, it just feels like...
I understand that.
Okay, Alexis, I'd love to sort of sidebar with you for a minute, just sort of check in and debrief a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you thinking? How are you feeling about all that?
I feel good. I feel great.
Well, hold on a second. James had a boyfriend. While you were fully in love with him, he got into a relationship, didn't tell you. That can't feel good.
I mean, it doesn't feel great, but I think he knew that I would have felt really bad.
I don't know. I don't want to hear you justifying James doing things that isn't cool. That's the sort of behavior that we're concerned about you having, where you find ways of making the things that are happening to you that you don't like justified.
Right.
What we need to figure out right now is like, what do you want?
I want a relationship with him. I want to be monogamous. But I don't want him to do it just because he knows I want to do it.
Right.
Right. He'll either make you a priority or he won't. And look, if he's not ready and he can't do that right now, then he has to deal with the reality of knowing that he may never get another chance. But like, you need to be a priority for yourself and find someone who feels the same way. You need to stand up for yourself and say, hey, look, Jay, this is what I want. And Alexis, I have a feeling not a lot of people have told you that you're awesome and hot and sexy and funny and amazing.
And cool as
super cool. And you should be the one to say, hey, right now, you need to be all in. If you don't want this, I'm gonna go find someone else who does, because there's a whole lot of people who will.
You literally gotta disappear just like that.
I know, look, you're only 23 and you haven't had a ton of experience, but like,
I'm the whole
desirable.
package.
Exactly. Say it again.
I'm the whole package.
Period. There we go. Now start walking with that energy, because that is who you are. You're cool as and you deserve to be with somebody who's excited about being with you. That could be James, but it could also be somebody else.
Right. I agree.
No but.
No but. I disagree.
Okay, good.
I do want to ask him, how he's feeling and, if he loves me. I do want to know.
All right, so let's bring Jay back in and let you guys talk. All right, welcome back. Cami and I we're here to listen, but I think Alexis kind of wanted to start things off.
I mean, just to get to the quick of it, how do you feel about me? Like, no holds barred.
I love you. And that's hard for me to say. I've never said that before to anybody.
But are you in love with me?
Yeah. I absolutely want to be with you.
Okay, so do you want to be exclusive?
Yeah. I love you. And I'm just sick of not being able to see you every single day.
Can I change my relationship status on Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that means it's official.
Well, so wait a second. This is great. We're so happy. I'm just so curious why then, Jay, hadn't you started this conversation previously?
It was scary. It was so scary. Lexi's my favorite person. I don't want anything to change, but at the same time, I know things are gonna start changing and it's for the better. But it was just a scary prospect to begin with.
Did you think that Alexis would not want to be in a relationship with you?
I think with my depression and anxiety, that's always at the back of my mind.
I think that when you're going through anxiety and depression or any mental illness, it's the head and the heart are not connected. The head is telling you something completely different than what the heart is telling you. So listen to your heart. Listen to Alexis. She'll tell you exactly how she feels.
Yeah, I know that.